rather no obi anim say uma sikaba omani mu a nipa no phone no no any problem na mmom no problem and nipa no one say data, the cost of data. If you would need data, phone a crowd, mother, so we need data, and now doing the phone a crowd. The issue is not just owning the phone, it is how to use the phone. Oh, now we need data. What do we use the phone? It is the cost of data and the TM platform. Now, data cost also, they say, we compare other countries are so high. So, what we say, it means digitalized. Digital inclusion, the solution is not set. Now, platform now want to be data. Now, I won't answer anything. It is said, mainly solution of mechanics. I buy a tax rebate, any tax incentives. The telcos, data, I want data. Now, you have more rebate, any tax incentives now. A better category half. Data cost will be slashed by 50% because of incentives and that will reflect in lower prices for data. Now, then will be a microphone. I say, put me afford data. That is the solution.
And let us say, would you propose to say, my data no ye for and no be impact positively on our lives than say, Obaka say, we encourage mass ownership of the mobile phone through 11 city, 22 city monthly repayments. Let me just ask you to recap, say, see to see ye dear. Na akowie say lowering the cost of data no who believe we say it will impact positively on the lives of Ghanaians than say you be encourage mass ownership of mobile phones.
No, make I say, in the first the administrative burden of say we say we will be on phone now. Okay, it's not the big kind no. ADAKABRI we phone now to be data. Now quite to say a crowd. Number two, the administrative burden. Hey, nipa 10 million. Obi asi me koji phone. One na msi nipa naka jo mpia. Banka and another company or ton na nika na. So complicated. Eduma. Yada no. Nipa no sikaba oman ni mu a. Nika se ma eduma mra. O ma eduma ba. Ana fo ye payment fo. O ma eduma ba. Obeto phone only problem there is a scam on both obeto phone. That's not the issue. Or eduma on obeto the phone. Never phone data no one be use and the phone one ban of and they say data no the board platform. That is and only solution a sustainable. Not the other one I work on.
Now the finance minister tells us 7 auto manufacturing plants, not 7 auto assembly plants. Here in Ghana, 4,700 motor vehicles has been assembled here in Ghana. What do you take that? What do you say to that?
ADAKABRI, me get and I'm buying. Was it Minister of Finance?
Minister of Finance, Nekasa.
Not just yeah. Although they can't say as a positive of the government in Gaza.
Yes.
If you behind the country. Ghana, we don't celebrate heroes. Time I make static can say, Mama ya sembo part wa ha. Na nipa bebre ya me aluta. Oh, wait why now Ghana 3 years producer. Within 1.5 years, Bankoba Busion with the paper, with the jet policy. Papa. And I'm within 1.5 years, 5 out of the 6 leading automobile companies in the world, 5 out of the 6 leading automobiles, within 1.5 years, in Ghana. Volkswagen, Ghana, assemble cars. Toyota, assemble cars. Nissan, assemble cars. Peugeot, assemble cars. Kia, assemble cars. Hyundai and Sabo cars. Now, Adakabe, then of all, young year and young year, normal young wheel, may find politics. So, I got a for that, shine your eyes, because normal may make me say, eventually, what be the other. So, we 5 out of the leading global companies, all at the same time, or we compete you, even for a small market like Ghana. Small market like Ghana. I can see all the companies are more competing. Now, for the first time in the history of this company, that's why we have just one model. All of them are doing more than 2-3 models. Volkswagen say, when we have 5 different models. Even she that not in any market. Almost 30, almost 5 models. They say, almost Paramount, almost Passat, almost Polo, almost Tiguan. All these at the same time. Now, national will be chopped. Toyota, almost Hilux, almost Suzuki, Oko, Nissan, Navara. Navara, Navara, you're only one place. Almost start here, Navara. Ghana, and almost start to second place, almost Navara. So, I can say.
Now, incidentally, so no wouldn't say a pickup light trucks are chichedima a party in government parliamentary candidates across the 276 year constituencies, no, any other constituency region offices. Nina ye a assembled in Ghana, the San Navarra, and Yachama.
Obakate, I tell you, identity, I don't know. Now, one will say, I don't know for come show. Now, we shall contact here. Now, we shall say, Miami Wafa, Apostle, a Safo, Kojo Safo. Where I say, Obia Musa Yamia Shrano. One banner drink, one more so fast. The status of me, yeah, Sabo Castle, I say. On put the song you did that. But they say, who could share Juma, Asa, Apostle, or ye, Kantaka Castle, and now, one is 158, and now, a year, new policy and Dubai, yeah. You even believe it. Top cars, as they say, Kantaka away.
It is our policy now, what they buy, automotive development policy, There was also a second policy about parts, original parts manufacturing. Tell us about that, Soswe.
Now, I am the part, well, yes, I think we are in church. Me, man, me, me, di a assembly kakabo. Assembly here, and then you started. Name who him. Not parts now, ye assembly, ye assemble castle. Now, what started produce 2 parts, Ghana. Now, the make cash on Yami and William said. Answer the media memo. Now, another policy about for component manufacturing, any manufacturing of spare parts. And no big manufacturing company, or mere spare parts, Bosch, a German company, or mere a filter, or mere filter, woman, yet, or make up almost a company, almost make up more component parts. A year, church, or mere spare parts, because of policy and also they buy it. In your assembly, we are going to move into component manufacturing. Say, Swami, within a matter of 2 years, Alan Bear president, it will all be transformed into component manufacturing site. Ube who say, I said the any produce a part, you buy assembly, and then you produce spare parts as well. You produce parts also outside. Now, and also a bit my exports revenue. They say, Uka, hey, that's the end of Ghana and so talk. I want Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire. Womuna Eguso. Omunina. It is a table there, components, parts no. Now, the Etikra, the person Ghana for Enya Gideon Mimuni say. Also, Bibia, Mishisha is such a way say. there's incremental progress. We started with assembly, and I'm going to component manufacturing. And the account will be on the say, Masa and the quite a better to produce steel because you're iron. A fay and a year baby to iron near the iron steel. Masa Kasu say, oil, gas, not yanua, your tongue of pan. Say, your man is not Ghana near added value because you added value to oil now, you want. And no money, you plastics. It's a benya steel from iron, I want. A benya plastics from oil and gas, I also say. Now, first, so aluminium, as they say, and check the petrol produce aluminium through bauxite. So, who plastics, who steel, who iron, now aluminium. I part beer anywhere, component beer. Let us say the original materials no class so even no say near the area everything is integrated.
Okay.
Now obi a me president in pony man go give loan sa no man na loan ba kumpon kan wo na let me edit just policy e dey imagine
I don't know me person reiterate my because Alote Stanley on Facebook Live is suggesting say Mr. Alan Martin, don't claim assembly car plan for yourself. It is teamwork. And did you say, sir, it is through a policy paper that you were able to achieve that feat, Anna?
A
Facebook interactor or say Alote Stanley. Now, or say don't claim the car assembling plan for only yourself, but then it is teamwork.
This is the kind of negative attitude. Now, Sabi, name the Adiaba, leading the policy work of your ministry will attest to this. Now, over here, look at the teamwork. What does he talk about? Me, I'm a minister. Now, of your name, and you say, I have led and then provided that not just leadership, even in terms of writing the policy provision. I think so. As a teamwork, so me make now say a teamwork and also be. If you want customer me claim credit, say what does he mean by that? Now, ni panwa omutu anu ba share na against the preview.
Yeah, against the so Abena Ampofo appearing to support you also said, my friend, if you don't know something, keep quiet. Which teamwork are you talking about?
We see a time on this.
You've spent an hour 6 minutes on the phone, and that's quite some time. And then said the microphone as to which messages they are propagating, one is not able to discern. But one so what plan is so no. Wouldn't in a university campuses. That ben then I won't so no. Ubabe TSC who's aggressively. Alan is propagating on a plan.
ADAKABRI, we started to me media me a man of strategy and organization. Politics, normally you need a strategy and organization. Let also ya now now. We started nanka menina namu eya kabana no kwa nanka wuja kredu. Bibia ye come step by step. They can say the first phase of my campaign, they can say, me market stores. They can say, me market stores. They can say, the real, I say, a really, a work Ghana for, a dog Ghana for, a team one. Any almost consent to power, because they don't want, you probably really share with them. Or we're talking, anyone barber tardy. So, we smoothness level. Go into the market because the market today, ultimately, Mkofa, Mko to be part, so the good market. And you would appear where you see whether Nipano after one name. So, be sure that I say, that's where I will start my campaign. The corners for my demand to my man who say, I didn't. Na me konya di mi tun su dia minim se ana Ghana for oma adwene ye kire oma adwene na befia me ko bia every market bia me ko bia the way we receive women no man who say the ordinary Ghanaian is behind Allah. It is a very typical radio so almost against quantity Ghana for they are just talking against them no more. One more that be Ghana yet one more is Italian yet me mammy no a work to move. I want a bread may be no. One more say one more dear Allah and no more. It is another first phase. Second phase may start in August. Yeah. Now, you would want to say, there is no village in Ghana or town in Ghana. Say, Allah say, Mitiwa. Say, and you meeting any Ebekaya. Many Mkwadi Ebekai. No village in Ghana. From north, south, east, and west. And to be there, when you say, now your tactical strategy. Now, say, you and I'm sure Mama Wadia, make my Kakar, Rabbi, do baby, maybe. Me, I see for Mumpo. Oh, I'm out for much sharing job. I don't think I'm not almost number yet campaign. So, Alan, you need some for the bit my head, man. No, say, no, I'm sure you, and I didn't know propaganda. Alan, me papa, me pa of ya, no more beyond that. Say, I'm not catch them. Say, a car, a year from the Mahama. And Dr. Baumian Kwadia, and Alan and name of president. I don't think Mom Dada. Tell me, I'm so 24 minutes was sure Sako. Me kwa hiva. Obia me ma catch some me ama timiku. For so some be give a teacher me call ask for contact the president. Mo say that one I'm gonna catch that. Just say and the American fan president may contest as a presidential candidate. I just say more obia and more opinion Dada. Say Alan na precious one could be me kopa. Ana na mesa church mu ADAKABRI mesa church mu say propaganda won say ekusu ya say o ana mpa de nyame anim ni yenim say on the bit my year adwuma na emom ebi a wokoto amanim ebi ana wa anwini ebi ana na obi ase o ma bre MPP ni NDC wan hwekra ye nto aba na ana to weba dia oni ebeto aba ma Ghana has to go now down any pattern. Natural Biansi, Anna Nomopena. I then Omekate, Anna Utumana already. How? If you say, oh, Biansi, Yapre and this in the MP. Anna, for better party, that's what Obama. It should not be moving that down. So, what would say, Anna, the better Mamma now, when you ask in that, then control Bamala, Utumala, where's Utumala? You're more kind of woman with people or see your. Now, we could talk about propaganda. We are so Alan, the jail on a bit my edge. Now, country is there. Why not saying Ghana for people want to say Alan, there no bit my head. It's a union propaganda no more.
You.
When you could do Mamus Robia, or you are also enemy. Now, maybe I'm a Ghana police. Entity, not entity. We are found a member of the enemy. Said with my one thing, and they said, you mean answer or the mammy. Akra, Mystica, the company teacher party. The free wing, and then they come at ADAKABRI when you were cheerful in your say, hey, I did people, grassroots, I want a dog so. Good one, still, Alan, almost supported. I think the more men can pay. Good one, MPP, good one. What is a party? The woman you name watch it. The one you could for now, you're Alan. So you're not good for the department. Now, Alan. It's a party, no dear. But some and so Adam for a woman. Party is any part when you're a knuckle for now, you're Alan. And to one more, almost a normal kata. Upa say, you're the here, the UAD. No more would have taken young Kotuaba. I want to go. And yes, MPP Munko. And this is Brown Pomo. Good one answer, woman, Adam Bella be a president. Woman said, some nuclear president, nuclear no man, or more.
You still harbor some respect for the MPP grassroots members, you know. Just that respect, no, would not allow you so overcome BB and now be BB. I'm gonna ha sa grassroots for no.
Daddy, I said, oh, dear, When you omonya meshi, grassroots to for no mutoso 98%, 95% party members are grassroots for. In 24 years, one play tricks in your meeting. Almost reading 5%. 95% of your grassroots for. Woman, me imagine Peter, my phone Peter, woman, the woman says, I'm the president. If you put people to only tell our president, and one crown they catch a majority of MPP for women say, I'm an every party, no cry, so I'm not the president. Or more MPP, or one MPP, one could be change or more crown. At the end of the day, it is obvious.
Okay.
So, it is I don't go for the visit. Would you anticipate what MPP? Now, I don't know the particular more party. I am in Crawford. I don't know attack you. In 24 Crabia, one can someone in Tibetiano. One would have made one yet be over there. One person your propaganda. One person you person your propaganda. Now, the majority of MPP funded. Then continue matter because I'm a machine. One crowd they support to me. I almost do not change about their president. Would you see? I'm a young cocker.
Okay. Me fancy say na a geologist.
Okay.
Okay.
And NTP for grassroots. Any NDC grassroots for me say protein voters a year me Bruno. 10 million out of 17 million. 10 million out of 17 million. A year registered voters for me 18 to 35. And he said, open themselves, NPP for 40%, NDC for 40%. They don't have any 40%. Hey, what can NPP for any NDC? One way they committed voters. I wouldn't say, a country also, they take your metro, ama NDC. One will do 3 million. Even 1 million from Mundu. One way they committed NPP voters on what card. I register. One will even 1 million. Now they for this to surround 3 million out of 17 million people. Okay, the Amoki Kano and since now no Amoki Kaki about 45% because there was no alternative. Because there was no alternative. It's a call now for Trabana. Now me apply this they don't have it.
La final message you making he's a geologist. He lives in London. And the first name is Ike. I say, good afternoon, ADAKABRI. Please let Alan know that the database to collect information about the unemployed youth, as he said, is a very good idea. So he should do it and make it available as soon as possible. The youth need jobs, so they will be happy to register. So that information will be available when he becomes president. Ike in London, and what's making kind of come out.
Yeah, ADAKABRI, actually, if I'm an intimate Danate. Now, meaning that in some American, one won't tell what you're talking about, and the what page that's my bay. This is my cafe. Make a new digital platform, the Baba Youth Employment Digital Platform. Me say, what will register or platform? What will register on digital platform? I'm the president, you are guaranteed a job. And you are 3 billion jobs from this digital platform. Medical and then them are not someone.
Nyamin Shrow, Yadawasepa, Ura Alan John Kojuchi Matine, a founder leader of the Movement for Change, Afra Franto. Yo, Chief. Alan Kojuchi Matine, Anna Otenene, Sir Okasai, Facebook Live. Akwesi entry was it good afternoon to you all. I love your program, Pa of ADAKABRI, and kindly say hello to Honorable Kennedy, a compre in Japan. Secretary, or say Alan is living in a wonderland. He should go and ask Papa Kwesi Indom. And also so or they buy Juju one way or say I'm following from Liberia. And then Abdullah there be Alute Stanley Noah. Or say Alan doesn't know what time it is. He will see his smoothness level after 2024. And or they buy or say Edward Edubonsu, please read. Alan may have some brilliant economic ideas, but he has very poor political ideas. And what is his problem? Without political power, his economic ideas are useless. And or they buy also Bernard Alan all the way. And in Shraba Yao, Mr. Alan has really won my heart. And I'll personally come down to Ghana to campaign for him with his infrastructural vision and the development of our dear country. And or say, Abraham for no or say, tickle yourself and laugh, they won't chop your money. And then Abraham then replied, Yati, why? It is still Alan. And Nana ye buafo Ubuntu crew out to or say Alan is not part and option in this election. And Abraham replied, you are bleeding. And or the ebaye. Emmanuel Kweku Yamwa. Ozi, good afternoon, please tell Honorable Anna that he should tell what he can do to Ghanaians than attacking his opponents. Because discerning Ghanaians are not ready to listen to his street talk. And JDM, you are welcome. JDM will include you in the next NDC government to first of all stabilize the CD and or the ebaye. And you move on. And your friends say Yanko Yenim. In the studios, Engineer Peter and Chubuas Yakon of the New Patriotic Party is here. Haruna Kingsley Amaliba of the National Democratic Congress is supposed to be here. And then Emmanuel Muzu of the Movement for Change is also expected to be here. Na Yahweh said the BCD Adiano Ako.
Wow, me ba penyin no kane no ni made pa. Na so nan se bua no obon. Me dwene ho amenti ase.
Na so we dey simple gra. Fa no ko White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Na yen checking anima no.
Oh, jai sa mani abrewate. Me ba bo na me ka asma chwas me fa ne ko Eye Care clinic.
Na wonnim se enkwada bi wo no mo a. Wo de sua enkoyie nyina no efi wani. Akwada bi wo a abra teacher ni kyira de no. Won hu ade ni yi. So wo tie anima na so wo tie akiri. E ba ne sa. Fa no bra White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Ni nya nhwehwemu mfa ne ni no. Oho bia entam so yewe ni esia no ama no.
Ayampa o. Na sekro ni yade no eba emonka ye. Wadwe ye o se bibia ye fine. Wo be ko na bibia ka echi na wani sei. Na sekro masate se wono momoja broso na esiche yade no. Aye na momoni yade pa.
Sabe pepe. Onipa bia kra no afimu wan ko check up awani ho kra no. Enyem prenu. White Stone Dental and Eye Clinic say fa wo no wabusua nyina. Ebra ni enye hwehwemu emfa mani ene mo se ho. Oho bia no ye behwe ni esia no e de amamo. Ye wo abefun fidie ultra modern diagnostic machines ahodo a ye de ye san hwehmu no. Ye dwuma efon so de. Wani wote enti uba ye beje o fel so. White Stone Dental and Eye Care e wo East Legon. Ye be MTN office kese no. Free was 024 225 1983 and 024 045 2992. White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Wenni eno kania.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Kwame, me ya umwa. Me ba penyu no kane no ni made pa. Na so nan se boa no obon. Me dwene ho amenti ase.
Na so we dey simple gra. Fa no ko White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Na yen checking anima no.
Oh, jai sa mani abrewate. Me ba bona me ka asma chwas me fa ne ko eye care clinic.
Na wonnim se enkwada bi wo no mo a. Wo de sua enkoyie nyina no efi wani. Akwada bi wo a abra teacher ni kyira de no. Won hu ade ni yi. So wo tie anima na so wo tie akire. Eba ne sa. Fa no bra White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Ni nya nhwehwemu fa ne ni ho. Oha bia entam se bewe ni asia no ama no.
Ayampa o. Na sekro ni yade no eba emonka ye. Wadwe ye o se bibia ye fine. Wo be ko na bibia ka echi na wani sei. Na sekro masate se wono momoja broso ni esiche yade no. Aye na momoni yade pa.
Sabe pepe. Onipa bia kra no afimu wankwa check up awani ho kra no. Enyem prenu. White Stone Dental and Eye Clinic say. Fa wo no wabusua nyina. Ebra ni enye nhwehwemu emfa mani ene mo se ho. Oho bia no ye behwe ni asia no e de amamo. Ye wo abafu mfidie ultra modern diagnostic machines ahodo a ye de ye sa nhwehwemu no. Ye dwuma efo nso de. Wani wote enti uba ye beje o fel so. White Stone Dental and Eye Care e wo East Legon. Ye be MTN office kese no. Free was 024 225 1983 and 024 045 2992. White Stone Dental and Eye Care. When ni ano kania.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
NIT 100.9 FM so any. And Wednesday, July 24, 2024. And time just about approaching 18 minutes past 3. In the studios, Engineer Peter and Chibuas Yakon of the New Patriotic Party, MPP. And what's Engineer and what's
Yo, me just for ADAKABRI.
I like your material.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I like the design.
So, you me a brand to some day. I was no one more.
You are really living the lifestyle of the youngies.
Who's that?
But let's that damage is wrong.
And then
Right. Paying monthly to own a contract phone. What are the benefits?
Yo, me that's the bebre. Na make share what you for and the management team.
100.9 FM.
And I me nam kwama me banyina na me tie yenra alanchamanten. Na and somebody be wo ha in fact o kanona manage ho ono no expertise a wo na o de kan sembia so we ya ban a obetie ni a o kan bi na wa fa bi ebi wo nso no ato afa nkyɛn na ensam wo kan in fact ni o kan bebree wo ho a odwen ho a asema me kan ene papa yi madin ho yaw na o hwe alana you can see say the way he's struggling to sell the GTP, the yellow book, it is not different from how NDC is struggling to sell their 24-hour economy. Ubaya Alan Kwan, they say what time the yellow book no the aswa na baby oboku bia no is wakasa man ni cry yes. Minim say nanka o voice or the bekasa sa and so nia o ye nyina no wantimi anton ho ama NPP 4 ama yehun say we a viable leader to lead the party. Now if you couldn't even sell yourself to NPP members, to elect you to lead the party. Now say what could you say you need a government of national unity. In other words, Ghana and people and DC yache yakunto kwache yenyu omusinche now me leader. Now the question is, now I feel he wanted to be the leader of NPP. So was he going to be a leader of NPP? No, be a leader anywhere. No, I can't check Ghana for say NPP, any NDC, or much. Ewa mamumu Ghana hadodo. And yenyu omusinche na yen set up a government of national unity and assessing. Mpanimfo say opam abuano no anyana. O say abuano na hokankan. Odi abuana tem. Abuano munyano. Nkwa na hobon. O nyanti na okasa. And if you couldn't even convince Ghanaians, omoye NPP for amoma and twaba ma say be leader of the party. How much more say Ghana for? And I listen to him. I say on the base, market. If you move and the base want to call you much, so budget so much say he's going to win. He will be you'll be a president. Market.
So testing the pulse.
And then what they win crowd go see Joma man for budget. So the first time go for budget so just say whoa, be a leader of the country. So I say I don't know. I don't know who is advising Alan. In fact, I think he should listen to this advice I'm going to sound to him now. Say Alan Pepin said he wants to remain relevant in Ghana politics. He should set up his own consultancy firm, trade and industry consultancy firm, so that he can advise not only a government in Ghana, but international government. And I think because listening to him now, he has the mindset of 1990s. That is what he has. And for him to say, Ghana, and you hear me say, Obi betimi atoto niema na yatimi anya credit scoring system. Obi a oye financial institution. And I say, Obi ode ne dwuma bi ema ahan. Ebetimi aye the credit scoring of the individual na obeje ade no. And no, what is needed?
Yaka intervene when credit scoring you.
No, that is no, but he is speaking against Baumia idea. And that is what I'm trying to explain to you what he doesn't understand.
And pay 1 city, 2 cities. I don't know, just say it will rather have a greater impact if my data
and I'm coming there. He doesn't understand what he was saying. He doesn't understand what he was saying because
said data buono
and I'm coming there. ADAKABRI, what Baumia is proposing is we are setting up a system whereby we're not going to have difficulty with addressing system. We're having identification
with the issues.
System. Ghana card. And no, one source of information. And what you mean information about individual. Giving out money as a loan, giving out an equipment as credit purchase. Will be an installment. I have information about you. So the fear in me, it takes it away. And no nema who could jisika our bank interest because if I'm able to trace you and I'll be able to find you anywhere, and my bankers and they will be our DBB my credit. Nebuano eba form and unti Baumia we are putting system in place. Sabaya, it will get to a point mobile phone sellers, any network providers. I can sit here within 2 hours and buy a latest phone from my network in UK. All that I need to do is to call them, mention my name, take my home address and my phone number. They will do their quick credit score. Na oma posu adiano diaba mi fie. Na makase me pay monthly £50, £100, depending on the type of data I will pay. That is what Baumia is proposing. And that no obi na action and say we can even have a system whereby obi network na or the ema wono. Obi can say, okay, take this phone monthly data edema wono data no kwa na utua ho ka, you can pay for the mobile phone or you're going to pay for the network.
Those are all site example, no. You'll be much more realistic by saying, say, you then decide whether pay £50 and £100.
Yes.
So when the cocoa can,
it is an
one city.
Obi na cash na no. And na input on no kan he was citing example say it can come down low to the level say. So obi na eto na ade no ka say within 20 years and I say within 2 years. Maybe the mobile phone where me kutami.
Be no be back say 80 something years, 100 years and then on into the import of a small person can ability to borrow and then having a
no, he has
reference.
already said it. He has explained it. Say Ghana, we need credit scoring, and he explained. Say, see, credit scoring system in Ghana ha, and ma loan cry interest to no eba from.
The risk, is part of the risk is taken away.
Exactly, the risk is taken away. We need to and addressing system you need Ghana and also dream palma. The man is putting structures in place. A addressing system, identification system. Nipa no who said 90% on ye. And Tisaniama way a bus system no more. A bois Emma obit Mika said, Beji mobile phone. Safo ekuta mi S20 23 Ultra. Obetimi aje na wutua no monthly. Busomi bia na wutua. And that is the kind of system Bawumia is talking about. And listening to Alan, or say, I know the one here, name of what is needed. What is needed today is a low price of data. Now, I don't know.
Who is going to give you credit if you are not working?
If you're not
we
working,
should rather talk about how they will create jobs.
No, that is fine. But he says, the who here pan is data ya de good phone so no. Cheap. Ghana. What Alan is refusing or he's oblivious and I say he doesn't know. And he say the whole of Africa, countries are about 50 countries or Africa no. Country ni data cheap pa. So internet data egu either mobile phone so and I say would the egu wo laptop so cheap wa. Ghana Africa nyina no Ghana ye toso 3. The whole of Africa Ghana ye toso 3. And say West Africa the whole of West Africa country ni data cheap the whole of West Africa no Ghana ye toso 2. So is it going?
Open the cheapest data.
Yes, you can. Everyone, you can just Google. I mean, this report even came about 3 days ago.
So is there any challenge if an aspiring president is asking for a further cheaper?
Further cheaper to be number one. The only step we need to go is next step to be number one. and he has to acknowledge
he says that having a cheaper data would impact positively on the Ghanaian.
I mean, Alan has the 1990s mindset, and that is what he's good at. You can listen to him. His record in 1994. We are talking about current system, the current ideas. Where is the direction for the future? And that is what
the Gen Z trends.
The Gen Z trend. That is where Bawumia is taking the whole country, and that is what the whole world, the direction the whole world is going. I don't
in the Bawumia direction, the youth may not have jobs, but may enjoy life.
Bawumia said, on digitization alone, he is going to set up a system whereby 1 million Ghanaians, youth, will be trained on digitization. And not quite one aspect of. Apart from new industrialization move or deba. Or by your system or energy system, energy prices, Sanima Winano or the Guam or deba. And take me now, you see, I listen to him. You see, he seems to be taking joy in the fact that under him or when he was with NPP, he's claiming say there was Alan faction and there was the Kufuor faction. There was nothing before he left. There was no faction that belongs to Alan. In fact, for the past 10 years, Alan's influence in NPP came down to less than 5%. He's talking about the delegate on the ground, the grassroots delegate. 2014, the core election or core super delegate, 10%, or core the general election. delegate nankasa ne to aba no. He got less than 5%.
Why do you spend so much time on Alan?
No, but he's concentrating in making sure that NPP loses 2024.
Oh, that is what you think.
And that is what I am fighting against. We will not allow him to achieve that aim because he achieved that in 2008.
Of the top, was a rank and file. No, so can say 5% of the rank may have done propaganda, but the 95% of the file no have no basis. Only basis because. But the
5% may do propaganda, and yet the 95% voted in 2014, and they voted against him. He got less than 5%.
He says that he wouldn't say anything to.
He cannot. He doesn't need to say anything to anger anybody. He doesn't need to insult anybody. He only needs to sell himself, and he's now struggling to be relevant in the Ghana politics.
Other than that, sir, Obe focus on the credit scoring, no. First, you try to bring it in. Say,
no, but he spoke for about one.
And then secondly, no, who my entire CMO, who can credit scoring, no. What's that? Me,
you agree with me? Yes.
And I can say, oh, in your friendly phone company, £50 or £100. So you are more rare. Inti identity and handless ma. That narrative of 1 city, 2 cities, and a bear more, and Crofodi, Diagnosis, 80 years, 90 years, and debate to a no. So why don't you retreat the importance of the credit score than spending time
but Alan has also demonstrated ignorance about the whole discussion. Yes.
I go University of Ghana, University Dons, I could submit to them, no. Now all can DNT or core, you won't tell us. Dr. Baumia, message better than them.
Oh, now. Even Cheddar in the Yorkers University lecturers, if they like, they'll meet him. It doesn't matter. The fact that you get the opportunity to meet them, that's what means.
Message Bernard, Dr. Baumia, why do you tell us more about that?
And no can say
his data is more important because it affects everyone.
And that is why Osler has made sure for the past 10 years.
We shouldn't be talking about Africa only. Data is too expensive.
If you read,
Africa,
if you compare. The
data is more important to the Gen Zs. They are panicking, so he should stick with a cheap data plan.
And that is what I'm saying, sir. If you look at the plan and PPD in the last 7 years, when you compare 10 years ago, the price has consistently come down. And the whole of Africa,
articulated Dr. Baumia.
And the whole of Africa, the whole of West Africa, Ghana, we are hoping say in the next by the time about baby 4 years, no 8 years, not Ghana, number one in the whole of West Africa, if not even in Africa. So and that is what we are working at. And putting up a system that will allow a credit scoring system. Financial operations. Ama will be a timi edi bosiama will be onye who interest. With me edi mobile phone. Ama will be on credit installment purchase. And also I really don't see how Alan should be given even any opportunity to lead this country. Say or no, president.
So tell us why Dr. Baumia should be given the opportunity.
Say, Baumia should be given the opportunity because he has the ideas. He is the one who has been championing the need for this country to go digital, and it has worked. We know interoperability. And name no say. You can send mobile money to anybody despite the network I will use. Before no. Na ese upia bonten na wan go busan say network pe na uyusu na nipa na owoye momo na owo abonten ho no na etwa se uyusu different phone no phones be 4 egu ni nchen to we ayi Vodafone we nso ye MTN we ye hwan na obusa say network na wo send yakono network ban ya eno na bawomia through the digitization system na odaba no wo ye free ho mama ye hwe Ghana ha sa mobile phone adwuma ya abai I mean, person could be crying as research, mame. Those the posters now more and nama I reasonable I down kwa Musa. He should go and do this research for me. Now on your research, number of people who are doing business in the mobile phone, business now almost setting up on boots. Amount for do almost and this kind of look. If you walk, if you drive on this street, you will see not less than 10 booths. ni nyina so ada se nipa mi no ase nipa ba ko tim street bi a mefa so bia me hu so obi set it up all ye ni mobile phone business. And this interoperability now, look at the amount of job I don't create. I am for it, say Ghana, we should maintain coming down with the pricing on data. I know the abaya idea. And I expect even Alan to praise this government for working hard to bring the cost of data in Ghana being low among all the African countries. Or West African countries. It's something we need to praise this government for. Na niekahwa ebeboa ama the whole economy ni nyina abumi ana ayekese na bangomye ka say we need a system whereby the financial institutions the mobile phone sellers and other institutions to me. Look, UK Ghana ha na yes the way. I remember who to fear UK. You need a credit scoring. Check you say fiebe na otimu baby na otimiti ha say baby a metina ya metu ye bia
credit reference there enye adenwa asa.
It's also important.
Me say enye ade afi na ye sha ase.
Enye ade afi na ye sha ase bagana afi na ye nwram because
they can say put default na when to they could even pick it up at the county court level. Now county court judgment but yawa then credit reference agencies at the time they called it credit reference agencies. Where at the time Okoji credits it's a simple call to them which is done digitally. Say Peter or say or Babaji 10 cities or Babaji 10 pounds. Yemfamano and Ami Yemfamano.
You can say Ghana.
And I say UK.
Yes, that is it works.
Your stomach they burn you whether authorization yes. Because when the authorization failed to appear now, and then the shop ladies may tell you, say, I'm sorry, we are unable to.
We are able to offer you this. William Pass, your
stomach they burn you.
Just like what you say, and you have no control over it.
Debit card,
because all we did is now. Because you see, our system is so great. Say, I remember me baba kon Eko university, and now. Almost oji student loan. And almost maybe bank account back with the command. Not only me bank dia me dia to a menu sukra. Why don't you let the brain mama say, madam, ura na accounts be what's our bank way. We want to have bank statement. That one you see, so I mean the system is
because so bank nationwide, the fool say, I'm national.
Nationwide.
Not West as well. Anyway,
no, they're still operating, but they're not so effective like before. So, empty. Me plenty. Me request on Sunday by and me print. I can even go on the internet and even print it out. What comes okay? Now we've got it. Okay, so you see, the system works so good, say. So and that is what we are working at. So Ghana, so can we have a system like this in place? And the only person who has demonstrated, say, he's got the idea, he's got the vision, he's got the direction, he's got the program to ensure, say, we can digitalize Ghana to have this system in place. That's the only thing.
He's not trying to steal the cheap data idea.
The cheap data idea, and report, I'm trying. Report now, you can't show me. You can go on internet and just type there. Google, the price of Ghana data, internet data, cheap in Africa. I'm just Google anything, it will come up. This report, this data came up about 4 days ago, and I'm going to go to internet and so. I will be still there. Oh, the idea Nipa no can Alan onimnia all can on because the direction Baumia is going, it's confusing him.
And where did you get this idea of say? Island motivation is linked to say MPP Ebefili.
But listen to him. Obia party onomaya juma 8 years. You wanted to lead the party just a year ago. And now, because you couldn't win to lead the party, you decided to go out on your own way. And now you're fighting against that party and you're saying, say, the party has spent enough in government, they have lost their relevance in governance, and for that matter, Ghanaians should vote against that particular party. Then what kind of mindset do you have? And to win it, primaries no go be the party anymore. Say no go be campaign. Is that how you was going to campaign?
There is this issue of presidential debate, and Dr. Bawumia seemed to have situated it on John Dramani Mahama. And the majority in Parliament in a press conference are saying, say, Dr. Bawumia, a call on Mahama for the debate, and Mahama should accept and debate with Dr. Muhammad Bawumia. Minority are also saying, say, a driver's mate is not qualified to be a driver, and for that matter, you're qualified to debate a driver, John Dramani Mahama. What are your thoughts?
You see, you see, Tamwa, John Mahama, or Fresh and Nana Kufuado, Emra, na yenye debate no. That time Nana Kufuado, na onye vice president daw. That time, not only a vice president, and yet he was calling somebody who has not been a vice president or president of Ghana before, and yet he wanted to debate him. At least, Bawumia has even given him that credit. Say, my brother, you have been a vice president before. Me also, my vice president. What I have not been is being the president, the substantive president, but what year, at least, based on your record alone, Krano, you have been a vice president before. You have been president of Ghana before. Means also, the person be a president. Also, person be a president. Come and let's debate. We will debate our achievements when you were the vice president, and when I am, or when I was the vice president. Let's compare the two. Bawumia can boast of over 32 policies that he has championed. Ghana for a benefit. John Mahama should tell us even a single one of them, a policy that he championed. He has been an assemblyman. He has been a member of parliament for about 16 years. He has been a vice president. He has been a president of this country. We want to see a policy, one interventional policy. John Mahama can claim, say, wait here, me champion here, and under my government, we instituted this and we made sure it worked for this country. Even on the time, John Mahama was the one who was championing, say, they will introduce one-time premium. One-time premium. Under him, when John Mahama, President Mills was the president, he was the vice president. He championed this everywhere. He must have said, Omo ba ye president, omo ba mumu no, ono ba ye vice president, oba ye president no. Sa one time premium no. That intervention, utimi implement here. There is nothing. So they are afraid of Bawumia. Say,
is Bawumia looking for the opportunity akin to the US debacle? Say, Oben knock John Mahama out of the ring, given how Trump dealt with Joe Biden.
It is very, very important. In fact, Joe Biden needed to step out, not because they are knocking out. In fact, a lot of things were fighting against him in health and in the age. And, you know, but I'm telling you, even if he pushed, the possibility that Biden was going to win was very high. I know there's no two ways about it. Because Ghanaians, I remember, you know, Americans are so fed up.
Some few minutes and now, a former member of parliament for Nsuta Kwama Beposo, a Greek economist, and agriculturist, Kwame Asafwaji, as a Peter Fan who did do, and I can remember so mean debate Peter. Until let's hear what Kwame Asafwaji.
For the past 3 months, so be about what tattoo. Don't want him.
Hello.
Over Kwame, my hand.
Me give me rubber.
Na honorable what is saying?
Yami ade me ho ye. Na mo so e.
Boni bia ne akwan aja Peter Ntwibu asi akon bu aman this year. Mass this year. Na woje no ho ha e need 100.9 FM. Na there be a can say ngrofo stomach the bend them ADAKABRI put us online. Osi ya do bia so to line ni pakrati ahweti se ne wo so beba. Yama umra na de obeka come and intie bi. The honorable, the road is your face.
Oh, many engineer there. Just here me here. ono maybe a secret. Hello.
Yeti opa honorable.
And I'm sorry free kukufu pride in the idea. And na they have a crazy. Me tea Alan and agree. And I'm tea million. But you could say, Ala Coca, on quite unyai politics, nothing car, or your brown consultancy, a trade ministry, and could see baby, and then a warrant. A year vice president. Say mobile phone. A BB to say MTN normally at the day. I also could be a better phone. I'm on phones. And look at the video, so we are a pattern. One or two UK, or sterling, pound sterling. But vice president said, I didn't be one city, would be able to one city. It can never be a way. Semi-cofa for one, I'm a par. Let's say 5,000. Let's say 50 years, that's the year. Then you call the island say, Hano, or what you're not going to say. Ghana, in the mobile phone here. Ejuma, semi-bar, what is the need? Say, I buy the episode for my mommy. And I buy the echo chill with the own to phone mommy. The phone open mommy and I'm in power. Let's admit to me in Triaka. Does it make sense? And what I can say, for 10 million. Administrative costs in the crown is too heavy on this country. No, and you go say, you can't send a rancher, say, Uncle, say, Mr. Politics in Ireland, the unnecessary attack on the rancher material. I'm buying one more BND, one attack of the one observation on the buy. Also, so Pabla, the phone, the Unipa will say, Alan say, one of the after continental free trade in the buy. And what the world of Africa, Kenya wine a trade front. So, what I say, Alan say, Automotive, one of the buy. Of what on claim, Alan say, I tell a coin of the inflation about him. And you also know. But before I get up from the, we actually both here concern. Country beyond the economy outgrown, and yet digitally, and my economy growing, and industrialization. One watch now UK industrialized country, China industrialized country, America industrialized country, China industrialized country. One share one country, digitalization more my make us a digitalization in there. But the other digitalization country. One more year industrialized country, what you already probably say. Albania control, Sahara, then you know in the beer. Come on to baby. Albania and toy. And then will be a
Osidia, Hanon say, Alan, a pijam no dear, Betia MPP. And into on any abre Alan's one.
What is it?
Say Alan Timinya, Abani Bina, Opijamua, Ibetia MPP, and into any abre Alan's.
Oh, Alan, a competition, a presidency, they for I say, we vote. No, that's not our aim. We are fighting to be for the presidency. She said the only candidate fight for the presidency. That's our aim. So what I say, we are going to win the president. We want to be president. And I say, no, that's not our aim. And at the end of the answer for 2 hours. And then you might only trim a normal only trim. Oh, they don't go down. It's in a enemy idea like you. Now, I will sit the phone. I will be able to create one city. Well, no, because what I said, there's no sterling, pound sterling, Negani 80 pound sterling. And you go to Yago, then I 80 pound sterling. But who knows about the Papa, no one's going to get it. I will be so. Will be our work. Now you are telling us that I have the pound sterling. And the Roman proof said, Alan or Batakai or Buggy. We are contesting. for the presidency, yeah, mama say will be a vote. You'll be any votes, will be a best say. Because, okay, almost say, vice president, and really, yeah, one will go to when that campaign here. Why is he going around? No, the first person who can say, to let the sponsor of which you are at the end of the day, or bar, like I said, 1 year, you were joking. And the cancer, he's joking to Ghanaians. To me, he's not a serious candidate. Because I want to tell you, okay, one policy was the buy me and the cancer, one policy was the buy us. Now, the buy the cancer, no. Or no original policy has to do for gold for oil. I was one person stood against this gold for oil. Open for every network show. Because they can say first, and you're sustainable. They can say two, it will bring inflation. They can say three, dollar now, $60 can say it's stable. It cannot stable because it cannot stabilize because it gold for oil, gold is sold at the international market. Oil is sold at the international market. So you cannot sit in Ghana and determine, say, well, gold for oil, it will stabilize your currency. No. The only way your currency will stabilize is when you increase your production and your ability to export. That is why I like your machine. I didn't want Aguano when you want Busan, when I did Agua buy Busan, African boy, or the Bahana to buy. It's a policies are, yeah, and then Usikana when you're stable currency. Now let's go phones. I have my
Okay.
One city. I have my
Okay. And my Peter Emra. The honorable Sabaji and the Wasipa. The Peter said, but Peter said about opposition national can be big.
Okay.
Mestre say, Oba and confused obey neutral submission. But what you say?
Are you neutral?
No, but you came in as a neutral person. I thought you were going to. Mr. Also, because I mean, Mr.
I'm not a neutral person.
No, yes. But until
what 2 points?
My 2 points. Until so do you
movement ni and into no do so cast nanka wo de a neutral position e ba na emo se sia de wate ase say wonye neutral na a movement ni or so MPP ni imientie no ha Peter.
Yes, Apani, you see na me fi say oba neutral until so do finfin kan say we movement ala ni pa na say wo ka say yewra ala no kasa no wa mo NPP din wa mo ba umie din a na onne atiefo a omutie no anni no nokremu san say Alan came here specifically campaigning against Baumia. He said, say, Alan, see, John Mahama abe president pay. Ede me pa ne wonumu a ode ba be president bio. Owie no ba Baumia so. Ano se Baumia kra de kra ni de chen so. San so onu kra de oda so ye vice president. Ni opeso wo ye bia no. Adenti eno ntimi nya ne. Anunti, he directly campaigned against Baumia.
I say this is the message how NEET FM captured it. Or say, my GTP is the key to Ghana's future. Mahama has been president, so we shouldn't expect anything new from him. Baumia is currently in power and is part of the current crisis. Alan Shemati. This is how Asama Alan Kano NEET FM online captured it.
And this all
is it not a fact?
That was not true. You are not telling the truth, and you have.
You just mentioned his name as that's what I meant. So I'm Monidi.
Monidi saying, "What when Jamaica campaign? Tiana was Monidi. Monidi go be there. No, oyende. Baumia you need to for you."
But constructively, everybody would know. Say, Dr. Baumia, some no worker.
You're talking about Baumia again. Me tell you. You see, I was surprised to hear Alan say, Emma will be a tribute. The fact that there was 7, automobile manufacturing companies, what Ghana Hano, ma will be a tribute to the fact that a teamwork. You see, no, I don't know Alan, anti-me leader of NPP, no. You know why? Me know because out of the 7, companies on Ghana, I know 3 of them are nipa or do buy, I know the person. In fact, the person.
Okay. The people went to the Alan say, Alan mentioned say he used a paper, a policy paper that he put together that attracted automobile companies into Ghana.
Lawyer, you see, it is not Alan's government. We are talking about Nana Akufo-Addo's government.
But he wrote the policy paper.
He wrote the policy paper because he was appointed to lead.
Mr. The opportunity. Now, Obintina something clearly, lest he's taken out of contest.
I know about 3 companies.
Alan Kaswan the companies in the bar.
And I saw the policy ideas.
He wrote the policy.
But he couldn't have written the policy idea or policy proposal without these companies approaching him.
What he sought to have said, or not what he said, or say, Oko ministry, everybody knows that I produced the paper, the policy.
There is
document.
no denial of that. Nobody is denying.
Based on the policy, and the company saw the need.
That is what you're saying. That is what he sought to say. He did not say that. What he said is what I'm saying. He says that nobody should attribute to anybody say
somebody who wrote Stanley Alote.
But somebody who wrote is a human being. He knows what he was saying.
Somebody wrote on Facebook Live say he should not claim credit for the automobile assembly plants here in Ghana, and that it is teamwork. I read the message to him, because he had said earlier, say, I put a paper. First one, can say paper. Then he repeated saying a policy paper. You
see,
that guy couldn't have said putting a policy document, a teamwork.
That
policy document, yeah, teamwork.
What are you telling me? You see, look. I had an agency. Policy being ahead and prepare. You have a technical team who prepared the document for you, and you champion it. The fact that you champion it does not mean that you prepare.
And this time he is saying that I wrote the paper.
He wrote. Yes, it is admitted, sir, because he being the leader, he can. No. The point is, he cannot say, or no, and one companies. And I'm suggesting to you. I am only suggesting to you and Nana on the phone. What I'm suggesting to you people is that.
There are 2 things. Said there is a policy in place, and the policy attracting investment into that sector. Into the had said, say, I put the policy in place. And that policy has attracted, in fact, second policy, original manufacturing components manufacturing. Not only what should we it was Abu Jinapo who unveiled it. Our tema. If we can get ministers who can put pen to paper and write, for instance, a business resource centers, he wrote to IFAD. And the other ministers, international agencies,
ADAKABRI. That is what I'm suggesting to you, sir. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Meaning, a businessman. 3 of the companies, he led them to this country. He went to the Ministry of Trade and Industry and sat down with him. They saw, said, it's a good idea. Why can't we put it this way? And then document was developed out of the idea of the buyer.
Oh, come on.
So I am telling you. So are you telling me? Are you? Okay. You see.
But at you we may need to speak to that penny because Ghana and motivate and encourage otherwise innovative and creative people.
And that is where
creative person IEPB, and then political reasons we are seeking to downplay it as if say And you on yeah.
And Alan's poacher is the worst one because if I work with you, I know that I contributed immensely for this policy to be developed. And you're claiming that nobody helped you. How can I then come to you next time and even help somebody else? What he posted, the poacher he demonstrated, is even dangerous. It shouldn't be me. No one minister.
We are the American.
Huh?
We are the ancestors.
We are there, yeah, but you don't work as one.
We are the ancestors.
If the economic management team did not even approve it for him, that policy wouldn't have gone to the cabinet.
I think I work as a.
So how can he say that he worked alone?
There's a Obia developed document. And to me, says other ministers, why are they not developing policy?
You see, when you are a minister, you are a figure. You even have technical team who develop all this for you. But you as a leader, you own it.
Over 319. Na yentimi mfa your friend say manifesto
you see the fact
that one person sat down and wrote the 81
he sat down and called people like Dr. Ayamwako Asamwa the technical none of the friend Dr.
Amachi Buati
Amakuma people like him to go and sit down and write this yellow book. Hey, I don't know because I just so if you put people like him together in write yellow book and you're telling me you have professors
go to Class FM online. The head of Department of Economics at the University of Ghana, Dr. Professor Bambuate, has endorsed and given a good narrative as to the GTP.
There's nothing wrong with that. He can endorse it. Papa, in the movie, I know most of the people who have archaic mind support Alan. Most of the people. No, I tell you. And before, they support Alan. You see, I'm telling you, sir.
Developing a document. That document, Yapon. Quite interesting speaking with you.
No, that's a fact.
Next week Wednesday, a lot of archaic minds not so think you phone line.
But that's a fact. You see, we're moving forward though. The country is moving forward.
Okay. Quite interesting. Say engineer Jubuesi Yakon and Etinase. Earlier on, we had an 1 hour 15-minute interview with Alan Kojeche Martin of the Movement for Change. Yenina honti asese ye ko na yenye de asese ye bia. Dwumadi mi amidi ho chia me from ADAKABRI Mamudu Osioma. Majero Sayajiman ene ohima kwefriye. Co-characters who assisted in the ruling of the show. And you could do damiado na production in an listening aso. Na abna frima bankro one na ya asafo na social media interactions ni nyina no omo hwe eto edipete gusuneti neat 100.9